Today's video covers on how an Ultraman actor was accused for a crime, removed from the show, and brought back in to reprise his role. You're gonna like this video, so stay tuned. Please consider both liking and subscribing, it really helps. So Ultraman is a tokusatsu TV show created by Mirai Productions in the mid-60s. And ever since it began airing, we've been getting countless amounts of Ultraman series throughout the years. There's like over 30 of them at this point, and that doesn't even count the specials and movies. One of the shows we're going to look at in this video is Ultraman Cosmos, the 16th entry in the Ultra series, which began airing July of 2001. The basic premise of an average Ultraman show is that you have a unique task force team that specializes in stopping kaiju and aliens from destroying the cities and whatnot. Usually one of the members of the team is Ultraman, and by the end of the show they become the big red, sometimes blue giant, and take out the threat, then cue the credits. Ultraman Cosmos is not much different from what came before, except the uniqueness of Cosmos is that this Ultraman would often try and beat the monsters without really hurting or killing them. And that becomes the ongoing theme of Cosmos, trying to resolve conflict without resorting to violence. I mean, this Ultraman still doesn't hold back his chops, but this is an action show, so we still gotta have those fight scenes. In fact, did you know, currently Ultraman Cosmos is the longest running Ultraman show in the franchise, sitting at 65 episodes and 2 movies? That's quite a lot for this type of show. But towards the end of its run, Mainachi Broadcasting Station, which was airing the show at the time, pulled it off television after the 49th episode. So what happened, you may ask? Well, obviously this is when one of the cast got into a lot of trouble for something. But the one that was taking the heat wasn't a background character, a co-star, or even a behind-the-scenes crew member. No, believe it or not, it was the leading star of the show himself. 21-year-old actor Taiyo Sugiura, who played Masashi Haruno in the show, aka the guy who becomes Ultraman. Sugiura was arrested by the Osaka Prefecture Police under suspicion of extortion and battery. Basically, he was accused for beating up his younger brother's friend, who was 18 at the time. His name has never been made public, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to be calling him Dan. Supposedly, the assault was for stealing 40,000 yen from Sugiura. After the beating, Sugiura told Dan that he wanted 300,000 yen just for the inconvenience of this whole mess. Unfortunately, it doesn't end there though. As some more time passed, Sugiura met up with Dan once again and gave him another beating, this time with more severe injuries and even broken bones, even threatening Dan to make more deposits in his bank account. This is very serious stuff. I know the story may be painting a horrifying grim face on the actor, but there's actually a bit of a twist to this whole tale. You see, shortly after Sugiura's arrest, he was let go and cleared of all charges. Now, your mind's probably blown now. How could someone like that possibly be set free after what you just heard? Well, here's the twist. Sugiura admitted his involvement to the first act of the story, but denied anything else after the first beating. In fact, the prosecution started leaning more on Sugiura's side once Dan started making mistakes by revising his story multiple times. In fact, the meetup date Dan said the second assault happened on gets immediately contradicted. Dan said that it happened in the city of Osaka, while Sugiura has several alibis, claiming he was in Tokyo shooting a movie at the time. Upon further examining Dan's wounds, doctors stated that the bruises couldn't possibly have been from a single man. In fact, the first beating Dan received left him no more than a bloody nose. As the water starts to cool down for Sugiura, it begins boiling for Dan. It's then soon revealed that Dan's injuries were actually caused by a street gang he got into a fight with. Dan then pinned the blame on Sugiura out of fear on what the gang could do to him if he had told the truth. You know, Dan doesn't really seem like the type of guy you'd really want to hang with. If he's going around stealing your brother's money, getting involved in street fights, and even lying to the police. Meanwhile, at the Mainachi Broadcasting Station, the staff was left in a bit of a tight corner for ending the show earlier than expected. To give conclusion to the program, 2 episodes, which consisted of various clips from the final episodes, were stitched together and aired to give the series an ending, all of which removed any scenes involving Sugiura's character, meaning Ultraman Cosmos just appears out of nowhere with no context. It was a decision that fans weren't all that happy with, but hey, it's better than no ending. Or so it seemed at that moment. Mirai Productions also had plans to do another movie revolving around Ultraman Cosmos, and to give the staff extra work to try and work around Haruno's moments. Why they'd even think to make a movie around this show, given their star could end up on the evening news, is something I don't understand, but it probably would have given the picture some attention, so I'll give it that. MBS then had plans to air the direct-to-video Ultraman Neo show in place to fill in the unaired Cosmos episodes. But shortly after Sugiura was released, Manachi Broadcasting made the choice to instead air some of the remaining unaired episodes. As for Neos, well, that was pretty much that show's only chance to get on TV. Tsuburaya Productions decided to bring Sugiura back to play his character for the movie, and Sugiura's continued onwards to play his character in future Ultraman projects. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.